Hello everybody, Thrifty here. Thank you to all my new subscribers and for those I'm conversing with on some of the links and the feeds and the bleep blooping. So, was on Amazon purchasing stuff I didn't need and then came across the following. Now, a Ronda 515 Swiss Movement GMT version in a 100-meter waterproof case with a mineral crystal that I believe is single domed with AR coating. £76. Had a voucher that said, oh look, you can have 20 quid off of this. Took it down to £56. Look at that. I was looking at the champagne dial, which was still 76 quid. But this one had a £20 voucher on it. Look at that. Do you know what? I am absolutely impressed by this. Really impressed by this. It's absolutely awesome. The case, they say is 36. It isn't. It's 37. I've measured it at 37. And the lug to lug, I've got it down here, look, 45.8. I've got the thickness, because it's quartz, and that little domed at, where are we? There you go, 11. We've got 20mm lug widths. Look. There we go. Dum, dum, dum. Well, I can't speak, can't I? 20mm, roughly. It's there. Trust me, they're 20mm lug widths. Got to be. There we go. 19.2. Actually, looks like 19. It doesn't matter. All I know is this. The bracelet goes down from 18.5 at the top here, and then it comes down to 15.6, and then back up at the clasp at 18. The thing is, this thing's absolutely beautiful. I really am. For 56 quid, I am absolutely shocked at how good this is. I mean, look, is it me? I mean, it doesn't have chamfered edges like the Grand Seiko does, but it is milled. Look at that. Double deploying. Clonk. Have to depress too. I'm now going to go into macro mode, and we are going to obliterate this on a macro. I'm back to my old setup, by the way, peeps. The new one just didn't really work. Right, bear with me a second. Here we go. Right, so here we are with macro. Look at the quality of that. So we have like a circular brush around the actual top part of the case with an ordinary longitudinal brushing on the bracelet. Now the bracelet isn't that bad at all. It's got a very nicely rounded top to it. It's not the smoothest of roundness. It's not Grand Seiko roundness, but it's rounded, and you know, nevertheless. Look at that. Really nicely polished. I mean, it's got my fingerprints all over it, but it's really nice. I am absolutely amazed. I'm going to go into the dial here, though, because this is what really does shock me. Right, come on, zoom. There we go. Look at that. Look at the printing. Addiesdive on the dial. And you'll notice a blue hue coming off from the lights. This mineral glass has an anti-reflecting coating on it, look. Look at that. For indices. Beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. Date window with the date. Beautifully done. Slightly rough around the edges on the top part on the right of that date window, but no, but we are macroed in quite a lot. Look at the hands. Look at the blued hand on here for the 24-hour. And then you've got no centre capping on the centre part of the thingy, but then my Grand Seiko doesn't either. But look at the way those hands are. I'm just so gobsmacked. Look at that. Hands are beautifully loomed. Well made. The dial is pretty astonishing too. Gorgeous frosting on that dial. With only one little tiny thingy on the top there. Look, little bit of black paint, I think. But other than that, everything's printed lovely. We've got pips, little tiny square bits for the loom. Hands are loomed, 24-hour one isn't, but I'm just so shocked at how well this is. For 56 quid. Gorgeous brushing to the inner reha there, kind of. It's not got any numbers on it, of course. Lovely domed mineral crystal. I mean, look at that. I'm in awe. I really am. 56 quid. Let's remove this doodah lens. £56. Wow. So there you have it. An Addiesdive 36mm. Well, 37. An absolute bargain from Amazon. Down the barrel shot. Let's do a down the barrel shot. How about that? Absolutely fab. Gosh, I like that. And I've had to retake this because the last time I filmed this, it seemed to do it in portrait mode, which didn't really help anybody. So I've redone it again. Look at that, down the barrel shot. That's why this video is kind of like out of sync. I'm struggling with memory on this phone, I'm afraid. It's only got 64 gig. Look at that. I'm sorry. That is really nice. That is beautiful. £56. Now, loom wise, like I said, here's the loom, and then I'll switch off the doodah, and then we can, it's kind of like a mix between green and aqua. Ready? Watch this. He says, ta-da! How about that? Look at that. Kind of an aqua green. Don't know how long it lasts. Don't really care for 56 quid. This is gonna, if I ever go away now, I think I'll use this. I really do. I am absolutely shocked at how good the quality of this is. Yeah, so there you go. Thrifty again. One Addiesdive GMT with a voucher at the time on Amazon, 56 quid delivered. And it hits every single marker. Look, doink, 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 doink. I am so amazed at how good that is. That is a milled bottom clasp. And is that milled upper as well? Lots of room. I've put it on the second doodah here, so I've got one if I get too warm, and when it then gets cooler, I've got an extra bit here. So I've kind of sized it. So I've got, that's where I've sized it. I put the pin in there and then sized the watch. But I am so amazed. 100 meters, water resistant. Look at the quality of that for 56 quid. I keep saying that, don't I? Can you tell I'm impressed? Well, there you go. That is just awesome. I like that. Right, if I come across any more bargains, I'll let you know. Until then, enjoy, have fun. Bye.